Hi, today is Thursday, August 6th. It has been 2 weeks today since I have posted. I am in my car, and Long Island, New York had a storm, so I have no electricity. So that held me a little back from posting, and I must post today. I don't ever want to go 2 weeks again, but I have been in crisis mode for almost a week. So I want to start with the last footage. The last footage was last year, obviously very disturbing, fearful of losing my children, grown men. The point of this is to, share with millions that you're not alone, to give tips, and I have tips today. I want to focus on some tips today. This has to be a two-parter. Because the footage that you are about to see is disturbing, and I want to touch on some facts about addiction and using and the mental state of the addicted and their family members. So let me start with, again, I'm exposing this because I want us to have a forum to speak together, but I'm putting that off just for the moment. I will announce it with my next video, which will be part 2 to what you're going to see now. And I'm starting today with hope, because there is hope. Years ago, my eldest spoke at my youngest rehab, and I'm starting with that video, a little bit of it first. You'll see the angle is a little distorted because I am trying to avoid, it's just confidentiality as far as I'm concerned with, faces. So, but you'll hear my oldest talking at my youngest, and he's so on it that it's night and day when they're using. Okay, so I'm starting off with that. Then we're going to go into unfortunate events that have taken place this past week. I found paraphernalia, which you will see. Then it goes into discussions with getting the help that they need. But what happens, I want to touch on a couple of points today with addicts. They will do, unfortunately, anything and everything. They will roll over you. They'll roll over you as a parent with a car if they need to. If there are fixes on the other side of that car, that's what they're doing. So it is very sad and disturbing, that whole entity in itself. Then when the users are using with someone else, it's much easier to blame the other person. You will see that taking place in the upcoming footage as well. Because unfortunately what has happened now is a lot of blaming. Everybody is forgetting here that they have to worry about themselves. So we have, don't think it's absurd, or, it is, but what they're doing for their drug of choice to act, disappear, act so inappropriate, like you're not even a part of their lives. You don't know who they are. Okay, so then there's the point of, well, I have to wait until A before I could do B, C, and D, right? They come up with their own timeline in their mind. I have to take care of this bill or that bill, or, this date I have an appointment, and no, man, go now. You'll see, in the footage that my eldest had police looking for him. That was last Friday. Get into a fucking detox. That still hasn't happened. Also, the mental health counselor and me left the building a little bit. Yep, I brought a metal bar. Hey, you know what? That metal bar may have scared my youngest because he started moving a little quicker. I don't know. We do all these things to try to have them open their eyes. I can't leave him behind if I come back and I've never dealt with it on this level. They have never been under the same roof knowing that each other is using. And a very bad drug. Very bad. So, that's that. But a big point I want to get across that's extremely important is with alcohol, benzos, opiates. A lot of drugs need an appropriate detox, right? We just want to say, let's go, you got to go into a rehab, let's pack a bag and go. No, they need a detox first. They have to safely detox with medical professionals so they don't, God forbid, die. These are drugs that you can't get used to using for weeks and years and whatever the case may be, and then you stop. You have to wean down appropriately, and that is for detox first. Then hopefully they'll go into a long-term facility. So that's touching upon some of what you will see. I am going to touch upon it further, and I won't be waiting this long. And I actually want to apologize for my viewers and subscribers, because this is something I didn't want to do, was wait this long. And peace and blessings.
For all the people that you care about, and I never really paid attention to that. You know, I got my mother here today, and I put her through a lot, more than she ever deserved, and it's time for me to step up and make a difference for her. I got my little brother sitting next to me, and I never thought in a million years that he would be sitting in a place like this just because of watching what I did. But it takes no prisoners, you know. It only takes one time, and then that's it. There's no getting it out of your head. It's always going to be there. It's still there for me now, but it's just not an option. I don't really know where any of you came from or what your drug of choice is, but it doesn't really make a difference, because at the end of the day, addiction is addiction. You'll do what you got to do to get it. You'll end up in places like this. Even if you're not an addict, if you use it, ends up in a place like this, then it's a problem. You can't keep yourself on the street. It's a problem. So why not just stop it? I don't know, like I said, 30 hours out, and sitting here is surreal to me, because I've sat in that chair so many times, and I don't want to ever do it again. I just want to make people happy. I want to make him happy. I've left him alone since he's 14 years old. You know, he's seen it firsthand. I've stole, I've robbed, there's nothing that I haven't done to get drugs. So now I'm looking at it like there's nothing that I can't do to make a difference. You know, if I could help somebody, even if it's just one person in this room, then I feel like then I've had a purpose. And all my pain and all my suffering and all my family's pain and all their suffering was for a reason. I started using when I was 16 years old. I started smoking pot when I was probably 11 or 12. 16 years old, I started doing cocaine. Never in a million years did I tell myself that I would ever do heroin. By 18, I was snorting heroin. By 19, I was injecting heroin. That same year, I did my first bit. Came home, went right back to using heroin. I've never had more than 90 days clean on the street since I'm 16 years old. I've never taken it seriously. I never even wanted to admit that it was a problem. And for that, I just wanted to be around normal people and do what normal people do. And it took me 30 years to realize that I'm never going to be normal. This is it. This is who I am, and I have to make the best of it and take what I can out of it and try to do something good for somebody else. Because nobody should have to suffer what I've suffered. From 19 years old to 21 years old, I did drugs, I sold drugs, I went into a black hole. I was probably trying to kill myself. I just didn't have the balls to do it on my own terms, so I tried to do it with a needle. There was a time in my life where I was injecting up to 70 bags of heroin a day while injecting cocaine and smoking crack. I look at myself in the mirror and I don't even see that as being who I am. It's like an alter ego, a split personality. There's that person and then there's this person. I've taken so much from my family, not even just what I've taken from them emotionally, but physically. stolen from them, I've disappeared on them. And I look back at that person and I can't imagine that that was me. Because me in a sober state of mind would never do anything like that to anybody that I care about. But because of who I was and what I was, there was no prisoners. Anybody could get it. It didn't matter who you were, what you had, where you were. If you had something that I wanted, I was going to take it. And I did. And I hurt so many people in that I have to live with that every day.
Sadly, this is what we deal with when we're using. My eldest is very clean, so is my youngest. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on other than I'm trying to help them desperately with the YouTube. Oh, you see, unfortunately, what that is. That is death. Death it is. In Jesus' name, I pray for everybody. You can't make this stuff up. All I could tell my viewers is we have to help these addicts. Disease, people think it's not. It's a choice. Another big thing we'll be talking about. In Jesus' name, I pray my son is in this house alive, because I don't know right now. Anthony? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you know the police are looking for you?
Why?
I don't know. They pulled your brother over. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
They drew guns and everything.
What?
Yeah. Asking
Where?
where's Anthony now? They've been to my house. Listen, we gotta talk. We gotta, I mean, you need help now.
When did this happen?
Just a little while ago. I've been texting and I've been calling. And they're coming to get you. So what are you in trouble for? Because here's the thing, Aunt. I just went into the garbage. Well, I didn't have to go into the garbage. It's sitting there. There's needles everywhere. So please, could we just be real here?
A cigarette?
They're in the car. I need you to tell me that I'm shaking.
I don't know I don't know why. I really don't.
Okay, well, maybe you got, I don't know, is that why you went away for as long as you did to hide?
No.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you're in trouble. But he was swarmed by police.
Where is he?
On his way here now, he was cuffed and everything. And they wanted to fucking know, where is Anthony?
What'd he say?
He didn't know.
They don't even come here.
Well, they've been to my house.
When?
Twice. I haven't been home. I just got home last night. Daddy hasn't seen. Listen, I'm shaking because I know you're not good and I need you to get good.
But I need to know why they're looking for me.
No, you need to get into a rehab now before they get you in jail.
Obviously.
My God. I mean, please. I don't understand it. Ugh. I just don't understand any of this. You went away for 6 weeks. For what? For what? I guess I'm talking to myself. Freaked out? Okay, I want to know what drugs you are doing right now. Tell me now. I'm not playing games. Is he doing dope? Tell me now. Okay, fabulous. Let's go. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Is he shooting up? Why don't you tell me? Why are you sitting here doing dope knowing he's doing dope? Both of you, there's needles out there that are visible. Let's go. Yeah, relax. Jesus.
I don't understand why it's talking.
It doesn't matter. I really don't care. Let's get into rehabs, both of you. Both of you. He's on his way back. This is insanity.
On his way back from where?
He was with Amanda and they pulled him over at Kohl's and 4 cop cars pulled up on him with guns in hand. threatening to arrest both of them unless they told him where you were. So welcome to my world. I have 2 kids using dope right now, and you're both alive? You gotta get help. Now.
Why are they looking for me though? I didn't do nothing.
I really, Anthony, I don't care. I really don't care. Maybe it's God's way of bringing me here today. I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm beyond exhausted. This is going on since 2 o'clock, 3 hours now. Amanda is telling me Devin's getting arrested. And I can't get in touch with you. No one can ever get in touch with you.
We'll turn my bedroom lights on.
Huh? I mean, where's... Well, you probably have shit in this room.
Yeah.
Where is it all?
You
don't have anything.
I don't use like...
You haven't been on methadone with all the needles that I just saw.
Yeah, I have to because I...
Anthony, there's bags. Right? Listen, do me a favor, man. Listen, you just admitted you're an addict, so let's deal with it. Let's just deal with it.
I admitted I was an addict.
Why?
Because I couldn't leave him behind
Give me
and
a
then
break,
come back to
Anthony.
it. It was the same thing.
Really?
It wouldn't have done nothing for me. I would have left and came back and got high.
I
It's
told
easier
you,
getting
would have
high.
told him to leave.
So you guys getting high together now?
No. But I know what he does.
What does he do?
He does dope.
How's he afford it?
I don't know, Ma.
Well, Anthony, it seems like, you're his older brother.
One of you guys someone's doing something because
Yeah.
money doesn't seem to be an object around here.
Well, apparently it
You're
is.
driving around in a fucking car.
Car that's smashed, by the way. A rental.
Yeah.
The rental, that had to cost you something.
$30 a day.
So how do you
Right.
pay for this? And it happened.
Right.
And eat.
I haven't had a habit. I've been in fucking Connecticut for 6 weeks.
You look shitty
That was
right
weeks ago.
I just woke up. That was weeks ago. It was a week ago.
No, it wasn't.
Week and a
You
half.
lose track of time. You've been home almost 2 weeks.
Okay, a week and a half, yeah.
Right, and you told me a week ago you'd be out of methadone. So obviously you used to get... Hi. It's a little over a week since I posted, and the last couple of days here have been extreme mayhem. Both of my kids are using terrible is the bottom line. And I want to announce to everybody, unfortunately, the population of people that go into prison that's related to drug use or committing crimes to use, the percentage statistically is so high, it's almost half, if not half, related to drug use, incarceration. That's where my eldest, God forbid, is headed. And I'm trying to get my youngest into a detox. Today, it's Saturday. Today is 3 weeks since I put up my first video. I will give more suggestions and tips, but the mental health counselor in me has left. I am now taking this. I was going to bring a much worse weapon because the parent in me now just wants to smash things. Let's go. I don't need someone to, God forbid, die. That's what we do. We get crazy. And it's not good for me to show that, but I'm now just showing the human side of me. I will break the house. I will rip it apart if no help comes today. Peace and blessings, everyone. Really, just peace and blessings. So I'm at my kid's house, and my eldest isn't here. He was supposed to come back. I pray he's alive. I pray he's not incarcerated, because with his last bids, if he is, he'll be away for a long time. My youngest told me to come and get him and take him for help. So I've been here about 20 minutes, and he's agitated and not going right now. A whole other story in dealing with the life of addiction. And yep, as far as the pain goes, it's the same. Actually, a little lessened, surprisingly. So that's not a focus right now. But I did tell my youngest that I have a metal bar in my car, and I will be getting it out and breaking things in this house sooner than later. So I'm still waiting. I've been at my youngest now for about 2 hours. I found out my oldest is not incarcerated, but I pray he's alive. And let me tell you something. It is so hard to deal with one drug addict, especially when they're your children, but I'm dealing with 2. I'm just speechless. I just hope I help my viewers, because I am putting out some raw and real shit. And it's August 1st, a little after 3. And I pray my youngest gets in the car sooner than later, but I'm not counting on it. Keep you posted. I just don't understand what the holdup is.
What the holdup is I know there's no sickness happening until tomorrow. So I'm not going to sit in a place right now, and I know that's not even an.
So why'd you tell me you were coming to detox today?
I am.
But you just
not
contradicted yourself.
Not right now. In the evening, I'm gonna go at night.
You didn't say at night.
All right. Well, if you would have called me back,
and I have the baby tonight,
we would have talked about it.
I
didn't say, "Hey, I'm ready to go. Let's go." I even told Dad to tell you not to come here.
Well, Devin, that's not what you texted me. Number 1, number 2. I just spoke to your father. He doesn't want me to leave. Well, yesterday I was here dealing with him. Today I'm here dealing with you. I've been doing this for like 20 fucking years. Just
I know. I'm fucking doing it.
Okay.
I haven't said this to you at all throughout all this shit.
All right,
You've
so
just been
here
dealing
I
with
am.
Anthony.
Here I am.
All right,
you think I'm gonna leave this house so you could disappear again?
I'm not fucking disappearing. What are you talking about?
Everybody's disappearing. Yesterday you weren't here.
When have I disappeared?
You
on
gotta
any
be
of
quiet.
This? On any of this?
You need to calm
Seriously.
down.
What do you mean calm down? I need to calm down. Seriously, when have I
You
disappeared
told
on any
me
of this?
it doesn't matter with the detox. You said it last
When
night.
we came home yesterday, right after I spoke to you, if I was gonna just run from this.
Devin, you said last night it doesn't matter if you're withdrawing. Remember, you reminded me, because even as a counselor, I can't remember, that they will keep you in the emergency room.
Yes, and why the fuck would I want to go sit in the emergency room?
Because your mother
right
is
now
here
for
to
no
take
reason?
you now, and I may not be available, and you're my son, and I want you to live!
Mom, I'm not doing anything fucking
How do
wrong.
I know you don't have fucking drugs in this house? How do I know? I don't know.
Alright, you don't know.
Right, I don't.
I'm not. Alright, I'm not gonna argue with you.
What would you think that?
Like I said, that's what
Could you just take a shower? Maybe you'll feel better.
Okay.
Thank you. Because I'm a little hungry, even as nauseous as I am. I'm going to get a headache. So if you could at least get in the shower, I know you would feel better.
Too big to fail.
I think you're concerned about Anthony, and that's why you're not going. And you can't be doing this.
I'm not. That's not.
And
what this
Anthony
is
has nothing to do with
about.
this?
No.
Okay, so go in the shower.
What are you talking about? What
I'm
is that?
asking you to take a shower. I know you'll feel better. Well, can't you take one?
Yes, Mom.
This is what I've been doing. Clutching. I'm clutching onto the course of life, because I just spent over 2 hours with my youngest, who said he would go, but now he wants to go later. It's such a mind game what they do to the family. All families suffering with this out there will know it. How my husband and I are still standing is just blessings, my angels and my Lord. And yes, I don't talk much about my own higher power on here, but I will now at this very moment. So I'm leaving. He says he's coming later. Okay.